Hello, Chattanooga. Here's a quick look at today's top stories. First of all, 5 children have been removed from a Franklin County home described as beyond filthy, with dozens of animals, including dogs, dead and decaying while still chained up. In addition to 10 dead and 11 starving dogs, authorities found a horse, 5 chickens, a duck, and 8 cats. The Department of Children's Services has taken custody of the children who lived at the house. Officers arrested 56-year-old Elizabeth Jean Windom on animal cruelty charges. She's since left the jail on bond. After numerous shootings, Mayor Andy Berke is now taking direct aim at late-night event halls. Berke's implementing new rules for event halls that charge fees, allow more than 50 people in, let them drink alcohol, and host events that go later than midnight. New rules call for the venues to close at 3 a.m., report all fights to Chattanooga police, and submit a detailed security plan before the event. And if someone hosts an event without a permit, police can automatically shut the event down. Police Chief Bobby Dodd says the mayor's plan will give his department the tools they need to get the problems under control. Dolly Parton has announced a $300 million expansion to her Dollywood theme park. The investment includes a 300-room resort that will open in 2015 and a new roller coaster aimed at families scheduled to open next year. The 10-year project is expected to create 2,500 new jobs and generate an additional $150 million a year for the local economy. An overnight fire destroyed a business in Cleveland. Polymer components went up in flames shortly after midnight. The owner says 25 people worked at the facility. An arson investigator will be on the scene this morning. A 21-year-old pastor's son won't be allowed to work with children or hold a leadership position at the Vineyard Community Church. Zachary Anderley was charged with sexual assault after an incident at a church camp. Affidavits allege he was naked when he climbed on top of a 13-year-old camper and slapped the boy's face. The church's investigative committee says they believe it was a case of horseplay gone wrong. If convicted, Anderley will be placed on the sex offender list. Police have identified a Chattanooga man's body found in Lookout Creek as 58-year-old Stephen Julian Adams. At this point, police say there's no foul play suspected in the man's death, but they're awaiting the final report from the medical examiner's office. A woman driving her 9-year-old daughter to school in Whitfield County was killed after police say she failed to stop at an intersection and was hit by a dump truck. Authorities say 38-year-old Christy Lynn Wimpy died almost immediately. Her 9-year-old daughter was taken to Erlanger with serious injuries, but is expected to survive. Officials say neither victim was wearing a seatbelt. Charges have been dismissed against TVA Chairman Bill Sansom. A critic claimed in April that Sansom's board positions with Aztec Industries and Martin Marietta Materials affected his position on the use of coal. The utilities inspector general has now dismissed allegations that Sansom's personal financial interests were a conflict of interest. 2 Tennessee politicians rank highly on a new list of the richest members of Congress. Representative Diane Black ranks 13th on the list with $25 million in assets. And Senator Bob Corker ranks as the 22nd wealthiest with close to $17 million in assets. Corker made his money in Chattanooga real estate, rental properties, and construction. The leader on the list is California Representative Darrell Issa with a staggering $355 million. It's being called one of the biggest opportunities for development in downtown Chattanooga. Since Unum built new employee parking garages next to its headquarters, the company now has about 6 downtown parking lots that are rarely used. Unum executives say the company is talking with a number of developers and UTC. Finally, Erlanger has a new robot that will destroy every germ it comes across. The new $80,000 robot is being called the Germinator, and with good reason. In about 5 minutes, it uses UVC light to disinfect an entire room. Officials say the process is 20 times more effective than standard cleaning and will dramatically decrease infections.
I feel great about it. We're excited about the technology and happy that the robot is here. It's an added weapon for us. I mean, even the most thorough cleaning gives you the opportunity to miss a little bit. So with the technology added onto that, that just gives us more in our cleaning abilities throughout the hospital.
Some of our hospitals have seen upwards of 50% reduction in C. diff infections and MRSA infections facility-wide, which means saved lives.
The robot's light is supposed to be 25,000 times more powerful than sunlight, which is why no one's allowed in the room when it's operating. The hospital's CEO says he eventually hopes to have robots disinfecting every patient and operating room at the hospital. Turning to weather, today will be partly sunny with a chance of showers after noon and a high near 89 degrees. The low tonight will be around 69. I'm Harrison Keeley. For more on these stories and updates throughout the day, follow us on Facebook and visit timesfreepress.com.